everybody, this is Japan Anime Boy, and I'd like to refer to this Jav for a note. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Spyro series, Classic and Adult. And now for the people over you who saw the last review I made, or past review or something, it kind of sucked. Yeah, well, that's when I was a kid, and I was kind of dumb. I originally was going to do this on the PC, but it wouldn't let me do this. Wow, what a movie makers does suck. Now, anyways, let's start the first game, shall we? Now, you can't really understand the story of the first game because, well, it doesn't exactly explain it to you, even though it kind of does. Now, I'll bring up the story one sec. Okay, here we go. Okay, as it says here, the 5 dragon families lived their 5 dragon worlds in harmony. Their lives were happy and peaceful until the day a Gnorc broke the rules, Gnasty Gnorc, an unpleasant creature that the dragons were never too fond of, and in return, Gnasty Gnorc resented the happy dragon families. More than anything, he detested their beautiful shiny jewels, or gems or something. It says jewels here, but supposed to be gems. Which are not only nice to look at, but showed him reflections of his ugly face every time he did so. Gnasty became such a problem that he was banished to the dragon junkyard. A little cruel there. The world that the dragons were too fond of, but they didn't see how well it would suit Gnasty. It suited Gnasty just fine. He renamed it Gnasty World. I can see that! As soon as he got there and overlooked Cove and Twilight Harbour, he built his home there, as well as industrial installment, which he would later keep all his stolen treasure. Gnasty became a fool around with magic and spells, and after a while he hit on the two he wanted: a giant spell to trap all dragons and crystals, as well as a potion to animate radiant gems that turned into an army of Gnorc soldiers and trolls. That will explain why when you would kill them, the gems would appear. A nice sunny day, this is where the story actually begins, or something like that. When the game began, Gnasty cast a free spell he had been working on after he heard what the dragons been saying in a video documentary. Then he called them ugly and simple, as well as no threat to the dragon. Isn't that supposed to be community or something? Okay, document. He turned all the gems he could find doing was building. He even began turning dragon worlds in his own nasty skank manner, land through everything was going so well. But the one little detail he did not count on was Spyro the Dragon, the main hero. Spyro, unfrozen dragon, must travel the 6 worlds, including the... Okay, it kind of explains right there. Alright, that was boring. So if you kind of just skipped up to this point or something, yeah, that was the entire story. Okay, let's start actually reviewing this thing. Now, the graphics, hold on. Here we go. Considering the graphics, this thing is going to repeat. I know it's going to be a little annoying. The graphics, well, considering this is the PS1 we're talking about, I'd say they're, well, they could actually be better, but for standards, it's pretty good. The dragons look really cool, and the worlds are, they're a little bit too detailed, actually, a little bit. And the way the flames come out of Spyro's, okay, I thought they're supposed to come out of his mouth, but they're coming out of his nostrils. That's weird. Anyway, the flames look kind of cool, so yeah. The graphics, they're pretty good. They're really good. Moving on. Okay, I kind of forgot to add this, but the story, it's actually good. Okay, now we've moved on to the story, let's move on to the music. The music, it's really cool. All the Spyro games, especially, well, not exactly the new ones, but the Spyro games, they're pretty cool, actually, so the music is pretty, here, I'll show you a sample clip. Okay, again, pretty good. Now, let's talk about the actual gameplay this time. Showing clips of it. The first thing I like to talk about is Spyro's controls something. Okay. The controls, well, they're kind of loose and kind of tight the same way. There are some accidents, but they happen occasionally, unless they're clumsy or something like that. And, well, they're a little bit loose, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, the controls are very basic. X for jump, square for charge, C for circle for fire, and triangle for, I don't think triangle's used for anything. And everything else used for camera control, I don't know. Pretty basic. Yeah. Anyways, to glide you gotta jump twice, and... So yeah, they're pretty good, it's pretty basic, anyone could get used to them. Yeah. Okay, anyways, the gameplay. Well, after hearing the story, you're supposed to free all the dragons and collect the gems, or as they explained, jewels. We're supposed to be gems. Now, you don't really know what they're supposed to do with the gems, like, unless they're like collecting something. Anyways. So anyways, there's 5 worlds. The first world is kind of grassy green plain thing, and the second world is kind of a desert. There's battlefields, and there's it's pretty much my favorite level right there. Third one, I think it's a swamp, I think, maybe? I don't know. Swamp-like area, I guess. Fourth one, my guess would be that, I don't know how to explain it. You have to watch it for yourself. I can't explain it for you, sir. Fifth one, I forgot. Gnasty Gnorc World, maybe? I don't know. I haven't played the game for a while. Okay, anyways, yeah, it's pretty good. The gameplay is great. The only also, some other things about the gameplay. Hell, the use for the health is a dragonfly that's flying around you called Sparks, as you found out by some dragon, I forgot his name. And the way to get more health is you attack some sheep or something. As otherwise, it could be something else, like chickens or something. And they turn to butterflies, and Sparks eat the butterflies to gain health. Now he has 3 colors. Green, blue, and yellow, or gold, if you will. Anyways, and yes, when you free the dragons, they give you tips or something. Or they just say, I gotta go. Good grief. There's also mini games and some other stuff, but overall, I don't really like the mini games, but overall, the gameplay is pretty good. I'm stuttering, dang it. Anyways, the enemies. Now, the enemies have no actual names, and, well, they're pretty good enemies, considering, and they kind of do make sense or not make sense. Like, for instance, the small ones together, charge them or flame them, unless they have shields. Makes sense. The big one, which you obviously, what you think you can't take, but only use the flame and that's it. Now, the bosses, there are a lot of bosses. I think 1 for each level, I think. So, yep. Now, unless I'm forgetting something, which I think I probably am. Let's see. Story, music, something. Okay, sound effects are cool, yeah. Got that. Gameplay, music, story, gameplay, difficulty. The levels get more difficult as you get along, which how games should be, actually, so yeah. 5th one. Controls, yeah. So I just pretty much basically covered everything for the first game. So, yeah, sorry if I started or something like that. It's gonna get more interesting soon, so, next part will be Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. You'll see here some interesting facts or so from it, so, yeah, bye.